And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
To throw on second down is Smith. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Smith. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot there on third. Third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
That's caught inside the 20. They give them a gain of 37. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Coleman now. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, here's Smith. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Richardson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith.
Let's go, go.
Smith on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off. By Aaron Colvin. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Go back.
3rd and long. It's Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I got the exact way to dial up?
No, that's just a head-scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Crowder now to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Smith now on second down. Josh Doxson's got it complete. Smith finding Doxson that time for a Washington first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Now it's Smith. Off to Geis on the screen. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
12. We got three, fellas, we got three. Hey, let's roll. Back.
From the gun, here's Smith. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith's still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Hey, set, line, 80.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Smith now to throw on 2nd down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 15.
Out of the gun, Smith. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Watson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. On 1st and 10, Watson steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Reset.
This is Coleman. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Come back. Down. Target.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Target. 2 jet.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They go play action here on first down. And that's complete. It's Allington. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a carry for the fullback. This is Jay Prosh. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Reset. Come back.
Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. 2 jet.
Here's Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They will run again with Coleman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman, and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Smith throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll toss it to Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Reset. 2 jet.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Walsh now for the PAT. Walsh adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Hogan. On the crossing route, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Hogan. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Hogan. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Detroit! Gun! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Hogan. And this is going to be incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it again with Miller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They start on the ground with Geis. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Set! Green, 39!
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Hogan being chased out left. On the catch, it's Crowder. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hogan. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. on 1st and 10. Hogan completes it right side to Doxson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Hogan. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Operating from the gun, Hogan. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
No, check!
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Leopard!
Throwing on 1st down, Hogan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Detroit!
From the gun, Hogan. Buying time to his left. Out to the left, it's complete to Doxson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Hogan. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set! Green!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Jordan Reed has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw on 2nd down, Hogan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Redskins on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Hal. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take